Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Keelan and today I wanted to make a video talking about 10 more frugal things to do instead of spending money. And Potato is with me today. Say hi, Potato. We just had a long walk and the weather is really nice today, and there was like a blue sky and loads of autumnal scenery, and I was feeling like really lucky actually for living like here, because I think that Northern Ireland, it really has like a traditional autumn, and I just love all the different colours of leaves on the trees and the kind of change in the temperature. Even the smell is different. I can't even say the word smell at the minute properly because I'm not cold, but so yeah, I've just sat down with my latte. I've got some banana bread, which is the last slice of the loaf. I don't think I've ever made a loaf of banana bread before and eaten the whole thing, and that sounds really wasteful, but I think when I had more stuff available to me and I hadn't cut out dairy and gluten, it's like there were too many options. But now, because it's like narrowed down and I made that gluten-free and dairy-free, I'll reach for it first before other snacks. So I'm happy that I'm actually finishing the whole loaf. Anyway, number one is to make your own Halloween decorations, and I'll put in a little clip of one that we made. It's very handmade looking and it looks like children made it, because they did. But I love the fact that they did lots of little different coloured and multicoloured pumpkins, and I decided yesterday to use like a wool needle and thread it through them to make some bunting and just to make the living room look a little bit more like autumnal. But there's so many things you can make with just like recycling items, like, and some paint, and you can just like look on Pinterest if you are short of ideas, and yeah, you don't need to run out and spend loads of money to decorate your house for autumn or Halloween. Number two is to organise your books and bring any autumnal ones to the foreground. So like just bring out any that you associate with autumn, even if they're not specifically set at that time. Anything kind of cozy, like any mystery type stuff. It'll make you more inclined to read it if you can see it more easily, and it's just nice to have. It's kind of like switching around things in your wardrobe and bringing out things for the season. You can do the same with your bookcase. Number three is to create a Halloween playlist, and I was thinking about doing this the other day because I went on Spotify to look for a Halloween playlist because my daughter requested one in the car. I actually don't think we could agree on one, because the one I put on, she was like, I don't like any of these songs, they're terrible. And then the one she put on, I was just like, these are all so overplayed and like I'm sick of them. Like, I know that she hasn't heard them for as many years as I have, but I want to find songs that, even if I just make one for myself for when they're not here, songs that I can stand, that I associate with autumn and Halloween, but that don't kind of go round in your head all day. And then maybe she could make one for herself too, so she has her own one to listen to whenever she wants to. Number four is to collect pine cones, conkers and acorns when you're out, if you live somewhere that has those, and you can bring them home and bring them into your home and use them for free decor. You can just do something simple like a table display or windowsill display, or just put them, you can make something more elaborate like an autumn wreath, but it's just nice to bring in pieces of autumn from outside. And this reminds me actually of a funny story my daughter told me from, I think it was yesterday or the day before in school. She came out of school with and she reached into her pocket and she had a full handful of acorns that she'd found in the school grounds. She said that there were girls like who were playing, like giving massages like for other kids in the playground at break and lunchtime, and they were charging acorns for the fee. And I just thought that was really funny and kind of cute and creative. And yeah, I was like, did you pay for the massage? And she was like, no, I just wanted to get the acorns. But yeah, I think I've taught her to look out for acorns and conkers and things, and to kind of squirrel them away, so her pockets are always filled with those. Number five is to make a pinecone bird feeder, and you can keep it simple and do something like peanut butter and seeds or oats or raisins, or you can like figure out how to make it with lard. I have never done that before, but I'm sure it's not massively complicated, and it's just like a nice way to use what you've got on hand to create something that's useful for birds as well. Number 6 is to make a simple lantern for your house with a jar and a tea light or some fairy lights, or like a battery tea light if you have one. Just anything you already have, or something you can get something you can pick up really cheaply. Like you can buy little tiny strands of fairy lights in the pawn shop for like £1 or £2, and I have some battery tea lights left over from last year that I got for pumpkins, because I just think it makes more sense than putting a normal tea light in and then having it burn out all the time. Just work with what you have. If you've got something on hand already, just use that, and you can use any jars that you have had from like cooking and stuff and just wash them out and you repurpose them into something pretty. Number 7 is to make some toffee apple cake, and I was looking up some recipes for this yesterday. I just think it sounds so autumnal, and the recipes I came across were really straightforward. They were just like a simple kind of cake recipe with some apple and some toffees, like just soft toffees that you can buy in it to add some flavour. And yeah, I think it sounds really nice, although I don't know if I can have it at the minute, but I just think it would be seasonally kind of appropriate recipe. And number 8, following on from that, is to make some cottage pie, because I just feel like it's the right time of the year for it. Like the days are getting colder, the nights are getting dark earlier, and it's just nice to have a really hearty, warming meal. And it's easy to make, and you can add in any kind of like additional ingredients you want and make it your own. Number 9 is to print off some free autumn colouring pages. You don't have to go out and buy a colouring book specifically for this. You can just find some free resources online. You can print them off at the library if you don't have a printer, and then just do like a colouring session with a friend or family member. I'm thinking about doing this with my daughter later, because she got some new pens that they have like a paint effect and they're really pretty, and I thought we could have like a colouring session together because her sister is going on a play date. So yeah, I think we might do that later. And finally, number 10 is to put like a fire playing in the background on your TV or laptop. Get some cozy socks on and start a new book, and get like a blanket and just make yourself really comfortable and like dive into the book, and put your phone out of reach so you're not tempted to reach for it and interrupt your reading session. Because I find if I've been on my phone a lot, and I don't use social media or watch shorts really very much, but like even just I can get sucked into my phone for things like my Etsy shop or my books on Amazon, or like researching things. If you just put it out of reach, then you won't be tempted to keep interrupting your reading. I find that when I'm on it a lot, it makes me unable to settle myself and focus on the book, and I can't even I don't know, I'm just so distractible. And whenever I'm reading, it's like I could be, my eyes are moving over the words but they're not actually taking the story in. But when I physically put it out of reach and make myself sit and settle with the book, I got really into it. And I was reading in the bath the other day, and I feel like it's a really good place to read too, even though it can end badly if you drop the book in the water, although I haven't done that yet. And yeah, like I just think that you can only fully enjoy reading whenever your phone isn't interfering with it. And yeah, so other than that, it's nearly the weekend again. One of my daughters is off on Monday, so we've got like a long weekend. But there's a coffee morning on in the library, so I'm going to take her there with me, and that'll be something nice to do together. And this weekend is going to be kind of crazy with the birthday parties and play dates, and yeah, I feel like my life is just, I'm already a taxi service for my kids. Yeah, Potato's gonna have a wee nap on my knee now. And let me know what you're doing over the weekend, and any like autumn activities that you're thinking of doing. And yeah, I always like to hear those. And yeah, I also published my new book yesterday, so it's available on Kindle and as a paperback on Amazon. It's called Spiritual Stew, The End Is Near. And it isn't like a Christian book, just in case anybody gets that impression. It's actually a dark psychological fictional book, and it is about like a man who gets this visit from the disciples like nowadays and is given the role to kind of decide who deserves to be saved and who doesn't, and is told the end is coming. It's just like a kind of suspense novel. So if anyone's interested in reading that, it is available on Amazon now, and I'll link it below. And I put some t-shirts up on my Etsy shop, and I actually think they're really dear. I made them through Printify, and I actually sold one the other day. I don't know if it was to a subscriber or someone just that I don't know. But I basically, like, the t-shirt, I think it was like £28, and after all the fees I made £6 from it. So like, it's crazy like how much it costs to actually produce it and deliver it and everything. But I suppose it would, but yeah, just in case like anybody looks and thinks I'm way overcharging for t-shirts, that is why. I will make another video soon, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and have a great weekend. Bye. And I just wanted to add that I am reading this book, The House of Mirrors by Erin Kelly, and I love it. I read The Skeleton Key and I actually can't even remember now what it was about. Clearly I've read too many books this year, but I am loving this book, like I can't put it down, and I would really recommend it. I got it in the library, so maybe you can get it in yours too.